Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We've got a lot going on today. We're here in Eureka at the Rustic picking up this excavator. And let's first go over what we're driving today. We've got Mr. Overfloater's K100 and we have the DROM add-on also from Mr. Overfloater, kind of set up in a flatbed scenario to haul these pipes. And we also have Goggles Oak Ridge Trucking skin free on Steam Workshop. Another reason why I decided to go ahead and do the K100 because we had someone request in the comments. They wanted to see this K100 with the Cummins KT600 from Steel Productions. So we're going to go ahead and throw that engine in here. So we got 600 horsepower. We are also running Fury 6's 15 speed in an RT, so H shift pattern. And that kind of brings us to the star of the show. And the star of the show is undoubtedly the BWS Oilfield Lowboy. This is from ATS Trucks and Trailers Reviews, and the reason why we're really getting her out and giving her a spin is because version 5 was just released. Just goes to show the value that you get whenever you purchase something from ATS Trucks and Trailers Reviews. The add-ons, the updates, the loads, they keep on coming. We are over 50 and counting on this. Part of the agenda that I want to do today is I want to go into the shop and I want to show you all the different loads. Yes, they're over 50. I'm just going to scan through them one by one. We're not going to talk about them extensively. We don't need to be here for an hour, but I do want you guys to have a chance to see these loads. If you're thinking about getting this or you haven't got the update yet and you want that to be a surprise, maybe that's something you want to skip over until you have a chance to see it for yourself. But for those of you that are on the fence thinking about getting it, I'm going to show you the loads. After that, we are going to take a drive. And right now, basically what we're doing, going to do some contract work for Kiewit today. And Kiewit was loaning out this Komatsu here to Rustic. They're done with... Why are the windshield wipers on? Windshield wipers are always on. They're done with this excavator, and we're taking it back up to their headquarters up in Hilt, in the top of California. And that's going to be our first delivery. And let me kind of show you what's going on the map. I started out in Sacramento today, not going to be showing you this, but there was a load that I took from Sacramento. I actually went and picked up the tubes that you see on the back of the truck on the DROM add-on, and these tubes are eventually going to make their way up into Oregon. But on the way, we got a contract to stop by Eureka, pick up this excavator, and take it to the Kiewit where it is being where its home is. So as soon as we do that, we are going to continue on up to Oregon where we're going to drop off the tubes. And depending on when we get to Hilt and depending on what they need, they may have us carrying something else as well. We'll see what happens, but that is kind of the scenario today. Let's go ahead and start though in the shop. So we'll go ahead into Catalog Trailer Explorer. Click on this first one and we'll make sure that we choose the BWS. So now we are going to go through all of the loads. If you want this to be a surprise, skip to the next section. Otherwise, here we go. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and scroll through these so you can see all of the different stuff that's going on. Maybe I'll rotate around a little bit. Maybe that would make it so we can see a more complete picture of it. So I'm just going to kind of go through these real fast so you can see them. That's the one we're doing today. All right, and there are all of the different loads for this. Obviously, great detail on the trailer, as always, too. Yeah, you're getting really good value because he's constantly making updates, not only to make it compliant for the next update for ATS, but to refine some things, whether it's textures or put new loads on it. It's not like this load's going to be, or this trailer, any trailer that you pick up is going to be obsolete, like even a year from the time that you buy it. So, yeah, update is looking good, and thanks to ATS Trucks and Trailers Reviews for getting that out. Let's go ahead and take a drive with it. All right, so let's get going. We got to make our way up to Hilt to drop off this excavator. There she goes. Let's see if we have any engine problems on the way over. When I was flying over and dropping this off, I guess I clipped a fence. So, yeah, that's what happens. We got the pivot cam. We got the wheel cam. And let's go ahead and get started. Get the four-ways on, get our beacons on as we're rolling out of here, get off the parking brake, and let's go ahead and hit it. We are 44,100 pounds on the load today. Going off to the right. Good thing we got a cab over. Going to use about every inch of that space. Yeah, we got out of there good. Get the four-ways off, get the windows up. So we got that added bonus of stuff going on with the engine, so who knows how that's going to affect things. If it's going to be any problem and we can't really get to a service area, then we may have to cut the drive when we're dropping off the excavator. Because otherwise it's going to turn into like a 2-hour video if I'm going to have to take this to get it serviced somewhere. But hopefully that doesn't happen. We are running Grimes Frosty Winter Wonderland mod thing. There's snow, okay? And as I talked about in the last one we used snowy tires and we used the physics, but there's also an additional add-on for this, also from Grimes, and it's included with it. It is clean roads. So this kind of gives us a scenario here that they've already cleared the roads. We're not actually running into any storms or any active snow. And because of that, I left the snowy tires off, although that's optional. Even though it's stopped doesn't mean your tires are clean, right? The other one that I left off was the physics, since we aren't really driving on the snow. So, kind of mix and match of all the different grime stuff. How you doing, guy? I gotta be pretty wide here. And then stopping for no reason. Do I have the Angry Drivers mod in here? Anyway, so yeah, something different. We saw the snow on the ground, did the physics, did the tires, now clean roads, and that's pretty much it. Obviously the base mod is still in there, and right above it I've got clean roads. That's how it kind of goes in the load order. You always want the base winter, Frosty's winter in there, and then above it you put all of its attributes. Anything like clean roads, physics, tires. Actually, I put the tires down with the other tires, and it didn't seem to matter much. But that's kind of how that works for the load order. Guess we could get those beacons off. I didn't know I had the differential on. It must have been from a previous drive. Would have been nice if they told me that when I was hitting all those stop signs, but I guess I wasn't getting up fast enough for them to warn me. Looks like we might have to just go ahead and drive with it, because we got to get this delivery going. It took some time to explain what we're doing today, and so nothing fancy for the sky. I don't think that grime stuff does actually do anything with the sky, and I don't have anything in there. Nothing like 4K or 8K weather or anything like that. So as far as I know, that's just stock sky. As we are going through some windy bits here. 30 miles an hour, yeah. I'm up about 45. Merge left. Oh, look at that guy. We must have angry drivers loaded in here. He didn't even give me the time of day. I don't really blame him going up this hill, but here's the thing, he's pretty restricted in speed too. Come on now. Better get over a little bit and crossing over that double yellow. Luckily no one's coming. I love this KT 600 here. So for those of you that recommended it, here it is. Cummins KT 600 and Mr. Overfloater's K100. It is sounding good. There we go. Just enough for a couple cars to pass. And hopefully no more. I went ahead and turned off the rain. So I wanted to make sure that keep it kind of realistic. If the roads are going to be clean, there's no way they're going to stay clean if it's snowing. And then I would have had to turn on the physics too. So, and I did want to test it without physics, without rain, just doing the clean roads. It is just slow through here, lots of windy turns, but the scenery looks great. And again, like I mentioned in the last episode, no green spots. Everything is filled with snow. If we come across one, keep your eyes peeled so we can give them some feedback. But I haven't seen any. I've been on quite a few drives now. Even if I saw one or two here or there, you're still 100% better than what we were doing before. Because what we were doing before, we were seeing them absolutely everywhere. So we're just about up at top speed right now. We're going uphill. We got 44,000 pounds on, but we also have a 4.1 differential going on. I set this up for torque, thinking I might be taking something a little bit heavier. I knew we had some altitude to overcome and some windy roads, so I was really just thinking about keeping that torque and keeping her moving. I wasn't really thinking about speed, because I know this road and you can't take this road quickly. This is about top speed you can do safely, because we're slowing down to 35 anyway. Push it a little bit right before we come into town. Yeah, they want 25. 30. Compromise. 35. Yeah, they just want it mainly for that curve, because now we're 50 again. 55. So I wanted to thank you guys all again for taking part in the giveaway for a copy of Dom's T600. Congratulations to, I think it was Eternal Power, and hope you're enjoying the truck. And I'm thinking, just because of the feedback that I got and everything, I'm thinking we might want to do more of these. So obviously we did, the first one was the Volmax, and that was actually contributed to the channel by Tony Macaroni, and from then on I saw what a good response that was, so I decided to do this one with Dom's T600. I think we might want to do one of those every month, so let me know what you guys think of that, if you guys have any specific requests or anything like that. Going a little faster on that curve than I was supposed to. Didn't really get noticed by the cops, because it hasn't actually changed the speed limit. They don't ticket you based on recommended. They will ticket you if you go and crash into them head on because you're going too fast, though. I bet that happens. I bet that happens. Take advantage of no cars coming, kind of cut the corner there a little bit. Where we can, make up a little bit of speed. I'd like to be able to get the second drive in and continue delivering these tubes that are on this DROM add-on. Let's stay off that rail, huh? Got to be careful. Well, this excavator doesn't look too wide, so I don't think I'm going to hit it on anything. Yeah, this doesn't happen to be one of the wide ones. I think we're just going to leave the Jake on. Yep, because we're dropping back down to 30 again. Looks like we are headed north. As we're driving through Reading. You know, it's kind of funny. No, we are not going left right here. Going on the next one. Scared that guy, sorry. Being from Southern California, I've only seen snow a few times. Not a whole lot. And actually, one of the times as a kid was actually up in Reading when I was went up north to work with my dad for a week. And when I say work with my dad, I was like 9. So I just kind of hung out at the company, kind of had a house that everyone was staying at. My dad went to work in the snow, and I hung out and played video games. But I was up and witnessed the snow. It was kind of a big thing for me. For those of you that are around snow, you're like, yeah, what the heck, whatever. It's just kind of a pain, something to, you know, clear the driveway, clean it off the car and everything. It was exciting for me. As we're driving through Reading here, we've been doing a lot of Southern California, obviously, because of the latest update, 153 and ATS, but we, you know, sometimes ignore the rest of the states, so that's what we're kind of doing today. Yeah, I know. Unlock the differential. I get it. Maybe we'll get another signal here, so we'll have a chance to do that. I think this is a signal, right? But it's green. We're just gonna have to roll with it. What happens, real truck drivers out there, what happens when you continue to drive with the differential locked? Let me know in the comments down below. That's not the gear I'm in. Thinks I'm going into low again. Ooh, just missed that pole. Let's get the Jake off. There we go, come on. One of these days we're actually going to get a red light, and we're going to get the opportunity to turn this diff lock off. All right, diff lock off. That's what that was. It wasn't a check engine. It was the diff light, right? Yep, there it goes. It's on the dash now, and it's off again. So with only 44,000 pounds, we're not going to be needing our low gears, our deep reduction gears today. So we're essentially driving at 10 speed. Oh, come on. I know better than that. I do have H3D Arts physics going on. Got most things that he recommends turning to 0, because I'm running with the Leaf Spring version, not the Air Ride, and he recommends turning a lot of it to 0%, and I feel like I just bump and float way too much with that. So I turn everything that he recommends to turn to 0, I have up at around 50. And he's got a couple things at 100, like 100% on the torque and 100% on, I can't remember what else it is. Yeah, a couple things that he says at 100%. I also have those at 100. But it's basically like the stiffness of the chassis and how rigid it is, how stiff it is. I have that turned down to about 50% with this mod. So we've got a little bit of movement. We definitely have the torque up at 100%. You can see that going when we're taking off. And there is our top speed of 50, what, 54, 53. Take a look at the scenery a little bit so I don't crash. So is that snow green? Is that just the tint? See, that looks like we got a little bit of green up on the hill over there. It looks more like a mint though. Before it would stand out a whole lot more. I'm not sure if that's the same as it was before. Look at the hills off on the right. Are those green? Those are the first we've seen. Or that I've seen anyway. Yeah, we're pretty much max speed here. Just cruising along. Got that bull bar going on because who knows what's going to happen. Deer jump out. That'll save your radiator. And the whole front of your truck. Especially if you're in a cab over. That's the one thing. You got a lot of room to be able to maneuver. But the one thing you got to remember is you're right there on the other side of that bumper. Okay, that was just a visual glitch. Didn't know if I was going to run into anything. Yes, but love driving in the snow. Love driving in the snow. And it warmed up. It's been mid-60s. Went to low 70s, mid-70s, and today we hit 83 in Southern California today. Obviously, by no stretch of the imagination hot, but for about a week before Christmas, yeah, that was it's a little weird. And then we're going to get a little bit of rain, I think, over the weekend, and it's going to shoot back down into the low to mid-60s again. So just kind of bouncing all over the place. Southern California not really knowing when to give it up and go into winter officially. So it's been getting a little cold at night, and when I say cold, for a lot of places it's probably going to be warmer than your high for the day, but it has been getting down to about 42, 43 degrees overnight. For Southern California, that is cold. It just when you're not used to having that all the time, it gets cold. And even my wife says that. She's from New York. She's kind of grown accustomed to it. But now we're hitting, I think the low tonight is going to be, or overnight's going to be like 60 degrees. And when you could just kind of cruise around outside and no jacket or anything, yeah, it's a little weird. I just wish it would make up its mind. So yeah, I'm still looking around. It's kind of a spearmint green on that snow over there on the right. Like a, I don't know. Is that the same thing we were running into before? Kind of a green hue. I thought it used to be more prominent. Okay, on the bank over there, that is definitely more green. So, and up on the hill right in front of us. So it does still exist. It still seems to me like it doesn't stand out nearly as much as it used to. Maybe it's absolutely no different. Maybe I'm just, my brain's just tricking me. Because he did say, yeah, when he updated it last year, he did mention, yeah, you're going to get green spots, and it's just something that can't be fixed. I don't know if it's something he didn't know how to fix, or something like the grass is pushing up through the snow and he couldn't override that or something. Maybe it just can't be overridden. Really wish I had put something like at least a 3.9, maybe even a 3.7 in it. With this topping out, I'd have to be going about 50 even to back off and stay to about 1900 RPMs. It's just getting pegged here. Not that big of a deal because we're at our top speed, 55, but still. Take a look at this excavator.
15 yards, exit right ahead.
Here we are dropping off in Hilt.
Exit right ahead.
Do have beacons on the trailer. If I can get down low enough to show you, they're actually kind of low.
Go straight.
What are we doing? Straight? Yeah. See if we can get an angle on them. There they are, down there at the bottom. Didn't put any fancy rims on this trailer here. Just thought we'd keep it kind of like as if snow was in there. Did it have me get off just to get back on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, you know what? It's done this to me before. It's done this to me before. I have to deliver right up there to the right. It's not even a building. It's a construction site. Hold on. Yeah, that's where we gotta go. Okay. So let's fly back over here. And we'll drop it down right here. Not very good directions. It did that to me. See, it's got me actually going down the on-ramp. Well, we got our beacons on and everything, so I'm just going to roll through it. That's where we're dropping off anyway. Just got around those. Okay, so we're just backing it in right there. Well, we do have a double on here, so I want to try to get it as straight as we can. Alright, let's get out and give this a shot. Hit the horn so they know we're coming back. Oh. Try that one more time. So we got to swing the back trailer, so let's go ahead and start like that. soon as it starts pushing it, got to correct. Need to go over a little bit further. I don't know if they're going to accept that. Then follow it around. They going to take it? Yeah, they are. Not bad. Not bad for backing up a double. Yeah, that one's hard because you got that part in the middle. That's really what has to guide your trailer. And you get it going one direction, and you got to, as soon as you start to notice a difference, you got to turn it back, turn your wheel the other way to make it follow it, as just like your truck would be following the trailer normally. Kind of hard to explain. Goggles does a really good job, and I think he has a tutorial for it. Let's go ahead and drop this off. Go ahead and get the beacons off. Parking lights on only. Leave the windows up. Parking brake is set though, and engine is off. Let's see if we delivered this on time. Excellent. 253 miles, 8 hours, 16 minutes, 71 gallons of fuel consumed. Pretty cool. And yeah, pretty good payoff there. Almost 48 grand. All right, so let's see what else they have, if we can carry anything else with us to Oregon with these tubes. I'll be right back. All right, so we didn't actually find anything in Hilt, but if we're going to continue up to Oregon, we actually have a load that we can pick up. We can pick up some bobcats, and we'll take that along with the tubes and drop them off to the job site there in Lakeview. So short little drive, but we get a second one in. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're just going to go ahead and drive up there. And of course, it'll still be available by the time we get up there, right? That's what always happens, right? All right, let's get the windows down. I'm going to go ahead, put it in reverse, get the beacons on. I'm not going to turn the headlights on because I don't want to blind these guys, and try to back up in as much of a straight line as we can. Just enough to give us a little bit of room here. That works. Get the headlights on now. Still a little bit of leftover accumulated snow. They don't, I mean, it's cleared pretty much. Just a little bit of leftover there on these dirt roads. They do a much better job on the blacktop here. We'll get the beacons off. So we got a little bit of an evening drive. Let's get these windows up. That is loud. Are we gonna have to stop at the scale? Ah, you're killing me. Nope, it's not going in. It's not going in. It's that same gear I've been having problems with. I cannot get it in without the clutch when I am downshifting. £45,000. We're basically empty. Well, we got those tubes. That's about it. Looks like we're clear. And just like that, we are in the top gear, just about up in top speed. See, we got up there pretty quick. We are empty. We're just not going to have a whole lot of speed behind us. That's about it, 54. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and hit the cruise control. In about 40 minutes, I'm going to check back with you. We'll be picking up the load. All right, we are pulling up to the Lennar here. Just going to go ahead and turn the beacons on in the 4 ways. Go ahead and see if we still have this job to pick up. And there it is, Medford to Lakeview with some Bobcats. Let's go ahead and get her loaded up. Try to keep it over here on the right a little bit so we can get the whole thing in there. Try not to run over those 2x4s. Might have to do a bit of backing up. Let's see if it takes it. I'm going to stay as far right as I can. Ah, you should take that. You should take that. There it is. Parking brake, beacons off. Parking lights only. We'll keep the windows up. It is cold. Parking brake is set. And engine off. Let's go pick up these Bobcats. Okay, much lighter load going on here. Taking it from the Lennar in Medford to the Lennar in Lakeview, which I showed you on the map already. So let's go ahead and get that started. £24,255 on this. See if we can zoom in and see some of these details. Okay, so these are the ones with the tracks as opposed to the wheels. Nice. Alright. Headlights on. We'll get our beacons on in case anyone doesn't know to stay out of the way. At least on the job site here, anyway. I'm going to stay over here. Actually, we are going to the left. How are we looking? Plenty. Didn't even leave the driveway. I like it. We can see those Bobcats in the light now. Those street lights are hitting it. We'll get our beacons off. Believe we're going right. Yep. Plenty of room. We get in a little night drive. Haven't had one of those in a few days, or in a few recordings. We're just kind of zigzagging through the rest of town here. light? Can't tell. Yep, there it is. It's green. Jake does a good job of slowing you down. Nice to get a night drive in. Too bad. Looks like I've got a light there on the left, and I probably meant to put one on the right. Those are not matched at all. Nice that we got a little bit more cargo with these Bobcats. No doubt they're going to be doing some of the work to get these things in the ground, these tubes. See if that light is going to stay green. Alright, we'll speed this part up. Yep, just hitting the back roads, but at least they're cleared off. Kind of nice to do one of these drives every now and then. Got the high beams on, ready to turn them off in case anyone comes around the corner. Oh, left my highlights on. Sorry about that. It really does feel too dark. Did not see that one coming. I don't think I've been on this road before. Or if I have, it's been a long time ago. Sorry. Leaving it hanging out in the middle of the lane. Nothing I can do about it. Didn't have enough time to get over. That guy didn't let me over originally. That kind of affected everything. I gotta look to see. Maybe I do have angry drivers on here. That would be funny. That would be funny. We're finally seeing the result. They don't give way. They do not seem to care, and it's a little bit more than usual. Well, there's the moon right over the ridge. Pretty cool. Yeah, we are definitely running default skies here. It's nothing that Grimes does with his mod. I wasn't sure. I didn't think it did. Well, you just never know. That has to be default though, because of that moon. Kind of wish we had some interior lighting in this K100. I mean, love the truck. Absolutely free truck. Updates all over the place. Skins, add-ons. Not complaining at all, but it would be nice, especially to do a little bit of nighttime trucking, as we are just kind of cruising along. We've got about a half hour left on this drive, game time, and we'll be pulling into Lakeview. Lots of back roads this drive, which is kind of nice. It's nice to get those instead of just rolling on the same old highways over and over again. So this is a multi-stage Jake, and even on the first stage it's got some pretty good stopping power. Most of the time I've been stopping way short when I do the full Jake. Go on to setting 3. So I don't think there's anything I really got to be worried about in terms of stopping. We'll go to this first notch here. Oh, we're going, looks like uphill anyway, a little bit. Yeah, I love having that moon in there. It's so cool. I was able to do that just off of that first stage. Pretty good, no downshifting. Not bad for this KT600 from Steel Productions. Definitely recommend it. And it's been too long since I've had it out. So thanks, whoever it was that made that suggestion, that wanted to see the KT600 in this K100. Get the beacons on in the back so they can see. They can see that we're coming to a stop. Oh, it went down in the wrong gear. Always does that. Looks like we got the same situation as when we were picking up. Same parking spot. Beautiful. And it accepted it. Not too bad at all. All right, let's go ahead and get the beacons on. Parking lights on only. Parking brake, Jake, is still on. We'll get that off. I like having this little light indicator up here above the gauges. Tells me all my light indicators. And that looks like that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and shut her down. The windows are up because it's cold. And we'll go ahead and drop that off. All right, 159 miles, 5 hours. Short little second drive, 39 gallons of fuel consumed. And the payoff's still pretty decent, 17,000. Well, thanks for coming along today. If you have any questions about this BWS Oilfield Lowboy from ATS Trucks and Trailers Reviews, go ahead and let me know down below. You can always hit them up on Facebook. I'll have a link down below in the description. Definitely worth the trailer. I've had it for a couple years now. Maybe not that long. Maybe like a solid year. And I've already gone through 2 versions of the updates, and he just keeps adding more loads on it all the time. This was the Lowboy that he had before the Entire Blackhawk, and I still use both of them interchangeably. There's just so many loads that it doesn't get boring. Yeah, but we ran that Cummins KT600 in the K100, so that was awesome. Again, Goggles 56's Oak Ridge Trucking skin on there, and always thanks to Mr. Overfloater for the K100 and the add-on, in this case the DROM. Well, that's going to do it for today. If you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you can see all my videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.